Hey friends, welcome to the class. We're going to get things fired up here in just a few moments. Let me mute that, shall I? Every single class that happens to me. I always forget to mute it. Anyways, as I was saying, last class that we just did, we talked about idioms, and this class we're going to do something very similar, but it's going to be about phrasal verbs. Okay? So right along the same lines, the good thing is that we're going to learn some practical expressions, things that we use in our everyday speech, and we're going to get you guys talking, and we're going to have a good time and lots of laughs, okay? So we'll just wait a couple of moments and have everybody come on in and take a seat, and then we'll do our introductions and get things underway. Okay. Rasal, he's back for more, I see. So the time here is 8 p.m. This is going to be my last class of the day. And when you guys come in, I'd like to hear where you're at and what time of day it is for you. Is it just before bedtime? I know for some of you, you're taking a lesson, maybe in bed. And yeah, well, that's because Abby is my wife, Tiago. You were able to put 2 and 2 together, right? Did you guys know that she was my wife before? No, just today you figured it out? I see, yeah. That's right. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I am actually. She's a very good person as well as a good teacher, but you guys already know that. Okay. So as I mentioned to you before, today's lesson is going to be based on learning some new phrasal verbs and then trying to use them in practical ways. We'll get you guys talking, and like I said, we'll try and make it as practical and also as fun as possible. Okay? So any minute now, you guys are going to come on in. I always find this to be like, here we go. I always find those first 2 minutes to be like one of the more uncomfortable things, because like, what do I say now? I've done my introduction. I'm just waiting for people to take a seat. And sometimes you're like, I have to keep talking. Anyways, here we go. People are coming in. This is great. So Alex, how you doing today?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Alex.
Okay, it's just still loading for me, and I wasn't sure. But okay, so it's 2 a.m. in here right now. Just taking this class before bed.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Where are you at?
From Romania.
Oh yeah. Right. Right. I think you were telling me that before. So that's great. 2 a.m. in Romania. Do you often take your English classes so late?
Well, I sometimes work up to 1 a.m. So yeah, I guess it's either in the afternoon or after 1 a.m. So
Okay,
I guess.
okay. Well, whatever works for you, right? We have to work around our work schedules, don't we? Okay. Well, that's nice. I'm glad that you made time in your schedule to come and be with us today. Fantastic. Thank you, Alex. Now, Andres, let's move over to you. Hi, Andres. How are you this evening? Andres, how you doing?
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing, man? You all right?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, thank you. Now, I see you got a picture. Is that you there on the bicycle?
Yes. Yes,
Do you do? Yeah. Okay, so you're a biker, obviously.
Yes, I'm just starting, but I am a motorcycle guy.
Oh, you like motorcycles?
Yes.
Me too. I love motorcycles. What kind of motorcycle do you have?
I have a Kawasaki 650.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's nice. Do you ride it? Do you ride it regularly?
Not so much because right now the weather of my country, Ecuador, I live in Quito and there's a lot of rain, you know?
Okay, got to stay off the streets when it's raining.
Yes, I don't like it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well that's nice though. We have something in common. We both like motorbikes. Okay, Bruno, let's go to you. How you doing, bud?
Hello, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Yeah, well, thanks. Thanks for coming back and joining us for a night class here now. Did you have dinner already?
Sorry?
Did you have dinner? Dinner, supper? What time is it there? It's nighttime, right?
Of course, yes. I, I am already in bed.
You're in bed.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you have for dinner this evening?
I had some spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Did you make it yourself?
Yes, I did. I'm a good cook, actually.
For you. Are you? Okay, okay. That sounds nice. Did you put meatballs in the spaghetti?
No, I just put chicken.
Oh, chicken. Okay, I like chicken
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I used to make when I was a bachelor.
Oh, cool.
All right, good stuff. Gilmer, how you doing? Gilmer or Gilmar or Ilmar?
Hi,
Gilmer?
I'm fine.
How you doing, man? I didn't know how to say your name. How do you say your name?
Gilmar,
Gilmar. Okay, where are you from?
São Paulo, Brazil.
Excellent. You speak Portuguese.
Yes.
Good, good. Okay, so welcome today. I think maybe it's the first time you've had one of my classes, and I
Yes,
hope
it
that,
is.
yeah. Well, I'm happy that you decided to join us. So thanks for coming in. Okay,
Thank you.
Luisa, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're back for more action.
Yes.
Good, good. And Mahmoud, how you doing, Mahmoud?
I am fine. What about you?
Mahmoud, I am doing great. Except for, did you hear I broke my foot?
Sorry?
I broke my foot.
Oh, poor.
Yeah, so when you ask me how I'm doing, it's all relative. I'm doing good, relatively speaking. Okay?
Okay.
For some of the students who don't know, I broke my foot on Saturday playing football. So I just went today and got x-rays, and they told me, yeah, you've got a broken foot. So anyways, that explains why I've been in so much pain for the last week. Anyways, nothing can stop me from teaching on verbling, though. Okay, Mina, Rasal, and Tiago, you guys are all returning, so welcome. Happy that you came back. That's
Teacher,
great.
Thank you, Wes.
Yes, Mina?
are you in casts? Your leg in
No.
casts?
No, fortunately, the doctor said that I don't need a cast because it's not like a huge break.
Thank God.
Yeah, yeah. I was scared to go to the doctor for that reason, but he said no, you don't need it. So I'm like, okay, good.
Thank God.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Then you have all kinds of other problems with all the muscles in your legs shrinking up and everything, and then you've got
Oh yeah.
you know, you got
Thank
months
God.
of rehab and all that. I don't
Recover.
want, yeah, and that's a problem. I don't all kinds of physiotherapy to do. I want to
Great.
get back. I want to get back in action as soon as possible.
Don't play football again.
All right, everybody. So for those of you who joined the last class, this class is going to be a little bit similar to it in some ways, but that's okay. We had a lot of fun with it, so we'll do it again. Now let me give you the link. The link is here. Okay.
bbc.co.uk.
The movement you did, Wes. What's that, Tiago?
No, because you just, I thought you were going to show your feet for us because you did some movement.
Oh, well, you know what? Because like when I go over here like this, I'm putting my foot up because the doctor said. The
Oh,
doctor
really?
said, yeah, he said I'm not allowed. My foot is supposed to be over my heart to stop the swelling because the inflammation
Oh.
is affecting it and it's really painful. So when I'm teaching, it's a little bit awkward to sit like this. So sometimes I put my foot down, but then what happens is my foot gets really sore. It starts pounding. It's like throbbing.
Don't.
Yeah, it starts to throb. So, but I kind of go in between the two. Anyways, I've just posted that on YouTube for the whole world to see. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit of a strange feeling knowing that you have like Potentially. I don't think 1 million people watch my classes, but potentially 1 million people could. So
It's a pretty good class, man.
thanks,
I like
it. That's good. I aim to please. I try. Okay, so somebody asked what a phrasal verb is. Can somebody tell us what a phrasal verb is?
Verb plus preposition.
Okay, good. So that's right. So it's a verb that has more than one word in it, and together with a preposition, it makes the full verb. Okay. So does anybody have an example of some common phrasal verbs that we know?
Broke up.
What's that?
Broke up with my girlfriend.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a classic phrasal verb. To break up or to get off. Good. Yeah. So you notice you've got to get on. Oh, that's a good one. You've got the verb get, and then you have a preposition on. Okay?
Move on.
And it actually... Move on, good. And what it does, the phrasal verb, sometimes it actually changes the meaning of, like it changes the meaning of the actual verb. So you have to sort of find the meaning. So that's why it's good to practice these things. And in English, we have lots and lots of phrasal verbs. So we got to practice them up, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. Now, let me just give you guys the article here. Just 1 second. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Okay. Okay. Ya se fue. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Take your time.
How unprofessional of me. No, I actually had it here, and then I lost it. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the pages that we're going to take a look at here for some of the phrasal verbs. Okay? You guys got that open?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right, perfect. So these are some of the more common phrasal verbs, and these are the ones that really we want to spend time learning and memorizing, because these are the ones we're going to use in our regular everyday speech, okay? So the first one is pretty simple, because we got the verb, and then we got the meaning, and then an example right there. So we want to just go through these together, and then you guys can give me some examples, okay? So let's have... Alex, can you read us the first one?
Okay, sure. So to blow up means to explode. For instance, the terrorists tried to blow up the rail station.
Okay, good. Is there a new one for anybody?
No.
No, you do that. You do that one, Rita? Okay, that one's pretty straightforward. All right, let's go to the next one then. Okay, let's have Andres. Can you read the next one?
Sure. Verb bring up, meaning mention a topic. Example, my mother brought up that little mother of my person record again.
Good. Okay, perfect. Now this one is probably not as common, so we'll just talk about this one. Is everybody familiar with this one?
Yes.
You're familiar with it, Rasab? Okay. Now, if, for example, if we bring up a subject, what are we doing?
Remember.
You mention it in in discussion.
Okay, good. Can you guys tell me about a time when somebody brought something up during a conversation that you wish they didn't?
Politics.
Well, as a general rule, women like to bring up men's mistakes from the past, always.
They don't do that, do they? Yeah, okay. Sometimes, right? Sometimes. So that's a good one. So they like to bring up our past mistakes. But do men bring up women's past mistakes?
Sometimes.
Sure they do, yeah. Sometimes. Now, what's the past tense of the same phrasal verb?
Brought up.
Okay. So you could say, for example, that my mother, like it says here, my mother brought up that little matter. But there's another way we can use this phrasal verb, guys. Does anybody know what it is? Have you heard it in any other ways?
Raise.
What's that? Yeah, that's it. Very good.
To
Mina,
raise animals.
okay. Mina, go ahead. Explain to the class that one.
It's like when you raise your son. It's like you educate him, you feed him, you take care of your baby. So
Yes.
you brought him up, you raised him to be a
Good.
good man.
Good. Exactly. So we would say if they're currently raising children, you could say they're bringing up children, or I am bringing up a child, or in the past tense, I brought up my son. Okay? Did you guys know that? Did you guys know about that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Louisa?
Yes.
Were you familiar with that phrasal verb?
Yes.
Oh, you were. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Well, you guys are excellent students then. Maybe these ones will be too easy for you. Let's try a couple more, and if they're all easy, then we'll find ones that are a little more difficult. Okay? Because there's lots of them. How about, let's see, we'll go down the list here. Okay, let's go to hold up. Okay? Now there's two for hold up. So can somebody read the two for hold up?
The line. I have to hold up the meeting, but I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh. Okay, very good, Louisa. Thank you very much. Now the second one, can you read that one too?
Hold up, Rob. There are three masked three masked gunmen held up the security bank this afternoon.
Okay, good. Three masked men.
Mask one.
Okay, you know how to say mask, and then the ED is the T sound, so it's masked.
Mask.
Very good. Okay, three masked gunmen.
Three masked women.
Gunmen.
Gunmen.
Okay, we got gun and
men. Gunmen.
Good. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Perfect. And they held up the security bank this afternoon. Okay, so to hold up the security bank, what did they do, guys?
They were robbing the bank.
They robbed the bank. What's that, Mina?
Break into.
They broke. Now, does it mean that they broke into the bank?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Sure.
Does it have to mean they broke in?
Like a
Sure.
burglar.
Oh, maybe not.
No,
Maybe
Not really.
I don't think so.
Because what does when I say three gunmen broke in, what do you guys think of?
Something sealed, like a safe, maybe.
Okay.
But then it would be a heist, I think.
Okay. So you're on the right track there, definitely. So if you break in, it means that you actually probably have to like break something to get
I
in.
wanted something.
Yeah, it's more like an assault, right?
Yeah. Like if somebody breaks into your house,
Yeah.
they have to break the window or they have to
Yeah.
break the door.
Some thieves break into my house like that.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just discussing
Oh.
an example.
Okay.
For example.
Okay. Well, that's a break. That's a break in. So they literally are breaking in. So you can hold up a bank without breaking in, can't you? How do you do that?
Act like security guards.
That's true. But you can just go right in the front door when they're open, and you don't have to break anything, do you?
Yeah.
You can just go in the front door and say, "Give me all the money," and then you didn't actually break in, but you did hold them up, or you held up the bank. Okay. So when you hold somebody up, it's like you're saying, like, "Get your hands up, don't anybody move." That's like hold up. Okay. Okay. Good. Now somebody asked a question here. They said, Bruno said, it's common for people to be held up at a traffic light. Yes. Now that's good. This is the other way that we use this same phrasal verb. So this meaning is a little different. What does this meaning have? What meaning does this phrasal verb have?
Stuck in the traffic.
Okay. So let's hear some examples. Maybe we could get some sentences from you guys using this. You can either say hold up or held up, meaning delay. Okay, can you give me an example? Let's see. Let's have Tio. Give me an example. Can you think of one? Can you think of an example, like in a sentence, of how you might use held up or hold up?
I have one.
Okay, Mina, go ahead.
I was about to get married, but I saw this beautiful girl, and that's hold me up.
That held me up.
Held me up.
Because it would be in the past tense, right? Because you said I saw, right? So that held me up. Good. Okay. Now let me pose a scenario to you, Alex. I'm going to pose a scenario to you, and I want you to give me a sentence using the phrasal verb. Okay. So you have an appointment with me at 1 o'clock, and you got stuck in traffic. So you phone me. What do you say?
Okay, so sorry, Wes, I can't make it in time for the meeting. I am currently held up in traffic right now.
Excellent, excellent, very good. Well done, Alex. Okay, any questions about these two before we go to something different?
No.
Okay, everybody else feels comfortable? Okay, good. Let's go to just looking for some more difficult ones, because you guys seem to be so smart. What about make out?
Pretty straightforward.
French kiss.
Yeah, okay, it can mean that. It can mean that. But in this tense that we have in the page here, it has a different meaning. What's the meaning here?
To understand.
What's that, Louisa?
No, I'm not sure, but maybe it's when someone talk so fast and you don't understand.
Okay, so what do you say to them if they talk really fast and you don't understand? What do you say?
I'm talking about. Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm talking about make out. He was so far away, we really couldn't make out, but it was. Yes, maybe it's that. It's when someone talk so fast and you say like what you say? And
You're right. You're right. Good. So what would you say? How would you use the phrasal verb? Say what?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, let's go. I'm going to pose the scenario, and Andres, I want you to use the phrasal verb. Okay, Andres, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here's the situation. I am giving you instructions on how to do a job, and I say the instructions really, really fast, and you didn't hear me, and you didn't understand. What do you say to me?
I'm sorry, Wes. I didn't make out what you're saying.
Perfect. Perfect. I didn't make out what you were saying, or I couldn't make out what you were saying. Very good. Excellent. Does everybody understand that one now?
Yeah, and can we say
Yes.
I couldn't catch up what you were saying?
No, you wouldn't want to say couldn't catch up what you were saying. This is what you want to say. I couldn't make out
Okay.
And
what you were saying.
you can use that word in a question.
How? Can you give me an example of how you would like to use it?
No, can you give me an example?
Okay, to use it in a question. Well, I could say, did you make out what she was saying? Or could you make out what she said? Okay. So perhaps you could use it like that. Could you make out what they were saying in the other bedroom? Okay. Yeah, Bruno's got a good one. Bruno says, I can't make out your handwriting. That's perfect. So if you're reading somebody's letter and it's really messy handwriting, you might say that. You might say, oh, I can't make out this writing. I can't understand it. Okay?
Hey, Wes.
Yes?
Is there, by any chance, a sexual connotation with this phrasal verb?
To make out. Yes, there is. Yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Because as Mina said, when you're, like, if you're kissing and hugging and caressing somebody, like a lot, then you could say, like, we were making out.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So it does have that meaning as well. And that's a pretty common way of saying that. So you don't be surprised if you hear it in movies or.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking, because I've heard it actually.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Starlin. Urania. Did you have a question? Starlin, did you have a question or a comment?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay. Where are you from, Starlin?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Okay, good. I thought so. I could tell by your accent. La República Dominicana. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live?
In Santo Domingo.
Okay, I'm in La Romana.
What? You?
Yeah, I'm in La Romana.
Really? I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Anyways, that's how I could pick up your accent. Okay, so anyways, let's move along here, shall we? Make up. Make up. This is a one that has many, many meanings. What are some of the meanings of the phrasal verb make up, guys?
On face. Cosmetics.
Yes. Women put makeup on their face to hide their blemishes. Okay, so that's one. What's another one?
Saying something not exists. You are making it up.
Good. Telling a lie. You're making it up. Good. Okay. Any other ones? Let's go
Make it up at right time.
Which one?
Make it. Can you? Oh no. Can you make it? Okay. No, but no.
Can you make it? Okay. You know who's really good sometimes with these phrasal verbs is Bruno. Bruno, can you think of any?
Reconcile. I don't know.
What's that?
An example?
Can you think of any other ways that we use the phrasal verb make up?
To reconcile.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. How would two people fight and then they reconcile, they make up? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is one that has many, many meanings. But the meaning here in this page that we're looking at is for what?
Invent a story or lie.
Okay, to make up a story or to tell a lie or something like that. Good. Okay. So, is it easy? Is it easy to tell when somebody's making up a story?
Depends.
What do you look for to know if somebody's making something up?
Hands.
Eyes. Eyes.
Hands, because.
Yeah.
Okay, why the hands, Rasal?
Because hands tell a lot of stories about whether he's telling a lie or whether he's not telling a lie.
So what would the hands be doing if he was telling a lie?
Shaking?
He would be shaking or something. He would be doing something like how to explain that moment.
Okay, he would be like nervous hands shaking.
Yeah,
or fidgeting.
Yeah.
Okay, like constantly having to do
Doing
things
something.
with his hands. Yeah.
Doing
Okay.
something with
That's
something in his hand.
okay. So that could be maybe called fidgeting. He's fidgeting.
Fidgeting.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Good. Now Mina said he looks for the eyes. What do you look for in the eyes?
Yes,
Mina?
I always tell my friends, look at your girlfriend's eyes and make eye contact all the time when you're telling a lie. So she didn't get you didn't get suspicious.
So she doesn't get suspicious. Okay.
No, yes.
So you're saying that you tell a lot of lies? Are you a professional?
When you're making eye contact, the other person can't find out that you're telling a lie. If you're looking.
Yeah, Tiago, that's hilarious, Tiago. Tiago found an exception to the rule. What's the exception to the rule?
If the person has a lazy eye, man, it's pretty difficult to tell.
Exactly. That's funny. Alex, what do you look for when you can tell if somebody's making up a story?
Well, to be honest, you can't really guess if you don't know the person, because suppose suppose you're a very calm and collected guy, and he could just be blatantly staring at you in your face, and without any fidgeting or whatever, you couldn't tell. Maybe if you're really good, you could guess that the person is just reciting a script made up in his head and not really telling the truth. But as said, if it's a calm person, you can't look at the same cues. I think there was this TV series, Lie to Me, I think it was, and they were trying to just exactly this. The main character was a psychologist or something like this. He was very good at looking at the person for subtle cues like curling your mouth corners or just so small gestures. He was looking at small gestures to discern how the person was feeling. But I don't think there's actual science to allow someone to guess from the behavior.
Okay, I remember seeing that show. Yeah. Did everybody else remember that show where the guy was really good at telling if people were lying?
The sound how he's talking.
Yeah, that's right. You could tell like the slight inflection in their voice as well. So, but anyways, I think Alex makes a good point as far as it's tough to tell if somebody's making something up unless you know them and you know their character. Because then you can tell if they're acting different than they normally act. But that's a good thought. Okay, so that's making up something, telling a lie. Let's go to, we've done make up, we've done make out. Let's go to, let's see here. Now, if you guys see one that you don't know, by all means, shout it out. But otherwise, I'm trying to choose ones that are more difficult for you guys, okay? Let's see here. Let's do to talk something over, to talk over, okay? What do you guys think? If I say we need to talk it over, what are we saying?
To talk it again.
To talk about it again? Okay.
Yes.
What do you got? Any other suggestions?
To restart talking. I don't know.
It's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. Gilmar?
To discuss.
To discuss. Okay. Let's go. Let's get Starlin's answer. What do you think, Starlin?
That is to discuss.
Right. Okay. Very good. So to talk over something with somebody is is not necessarily to talk about it again, although we're going to talk about that in a minute. But to talk over something just means to discuss it really well. Okay? Okay, that's when you say the idea of over, it means to like really talk about it.
See different points of view.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. So when do you maybe talk things over with people? What are some examples?
When it's our favorite matter, like sports.
Okay. So you talk over what? Sports?
I talk over sports like soccer and cricket.
Okay. Now, usually, here's the thing. Technically, you're correct, because it just means discuss. However, we don't usually use it that way. We usually use it when there's a problem or a situation that needs to be dealt with. Then we say, I have to talk it over with somebody. Okay?
If your kid misbehave again, so maybe you have to talk it over.
Right. Good. Okay. That's a good example. Maybe the teacher phones you and says, your son, I don't know how you're bringing up that son, but he's a maniac. And you say, okay, I'm gonna talk it over with him. Okay. I mean, that'd be bad if your teacher said, if the teacher said your son was a maniac.
Got to be afraid, man.
Okay, so that's good. So now another instance is maybe if, let's say that somebody invites you to their house for dinner, but you haven't checked with your wife yet to make sure that she has the evening free or whatever. What might you say in that situation? Let's say I invite you to my house for dinner, but you have to go and talk to your wife or your girlfriend to find out if she has any plans. Okay, what would you say to me?
I will have talk over with my wife.
Okay. Good. I'm going to talk it over with my wife and I'll get back to you. And I'll give you an answer. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. Very good. Excellent. Any questions about that one?
No.
Yeah, pretty straightforward, I think, that one now, right? Okay. Now, is there any other ones that you guys saw there on that first section to do with the separable phrasal verbs? Okay, we're going to go down to the next section, which is inseparable phrasal verbs. Now, there's a whole bunch of other ones here, okay? So let's do, first of all, the call on. This is a good one. There's two for this one. Now, can somebody, let's have Bruno maybe. Bruno, can you read for us those two meanings for call on?
Okay. Call on asks to receive, to recite. I don't know how to read it.
Yeah, recite.
To recite in class. The teacher called on students in the black now.
In the
back. Yeah. Call on to visit. The older how do you write? How do you read?
The
Minister?
old minister, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Minister continued to call on. He's sick, but I don't know this one.
Yeah, who knows that one?
But I don't know.
Who knows that one?
It's
that
a tough
word.
one.
It is a tough one. You're right. Anybody? Parishioners.
Yeah, hard.
Okay, so the parishioners are like, it's not a word that we see very often. Does anybody know what a parishioner is?
Well, the parish, I think it's the community assigned to a priest, like maybe a small village or a small neighborhood in a town. Not sure.
Right, exactly. That's good. So the parishioners are the people that usually go to the, they belong to the church. And,
yeah.
Yeah, and the minister visits the people that go to his church. So they're the parishioners, okay?
Yeah.
Now that's, like I said, that's not a word that we use all that often anymore because it's generally found in the Catholic Church and things like that, and religion is not as popular as it once was before, so we don't hear that word so often, but It's a good word to know, to recognize. Okay, so we see the two meanings for the phrasal verb, right? Now, the first one, to call on, it talks about to ask to recite in class. Now, who can give me an example of when I call on somebody?
For example, in class.
Yes?
Can we use it here, for example, verbally, when you call on a person to speak?
That's it, exactly. That's exactly it. Okay. If I say, Tiago, what's your opinion? I'm calling on you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I might even say that. I might say, this time I'm going to call on Luisa. Luisa, what do you think? Okay? So that's how we use that. Good. And then the second one is to call on, we just figured it out. It's when you go to visit somebody, right?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go call on my friend. I heard he was sick. He has a broken foot. I'm going to go call on him and visit him. Okay? All right, good. Now let's go down to get over. And let's have a reader for that one. Let's have Gilmar. He hasn't said very much this class. Gilmar, can you read that one for us?
Yes. Get over. Recover from sickness or disappointment. I got over the flu, but I don't know if I'll ever get over my broken heart.
Okay, good, good. That's fantastic. So,
what a shame.
a broken heart. It hurts. It hurts. Okay. So, when might we use this get over? Let me pose a scenario. Let's do it this way. Let me pose a scenario, okay? I broke up with my girlfriend 1 year ago, and I'm still at home eating potato chips and crying every night. Okay, and then you guys say, you know what? Let's go visit Teacher Wes. I heard he's still depressed about his girlfriend. And you guys come into my house, and what do you say to me?
Get over it.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together. Come on, man. What else would you say? There's plenty of fish in the sea. Right? Good. Okay. Get over it. You could also say get over her. Right? Get over her. Get over her. There's lots of girls like her. Okay. So that's another thing there. All right. Let's go for go over. Let's get a reader for go over. Luisa.
Okay. Example?
Yeah, read the meaning and then and then the example.
But which one?
Go over.
Go over. Go over. Review. The students came over the material before the exam. They should have gone over it twice.
Good. So, to review something. Now, how many of you guys go over the information before the class? You know how we sometimes put the little links to the information for the class? How many of you go over it beforehand?
Never. We are very careless.
Very careless. Has anybody ever gone over the information before entering the class?
I've done this before.
What's that, Gilmer?
I've done this before.
You've gone over it, or you've never gone over it?
Yeah, I've gone over that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good, Bruno. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
And Gilmar, have you gone over it? Have you ever gone over it? Gilmar.
Hi.
Yeah, you were saying something and I didn't hear you. Did you say that you have gone over it or you have never gone over it?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you didn't say anything. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't say anything.
I'm sorry. Okay. What is the past tense of this phrasal verb, guys?
What?
Went over.
Got.
Went over.
Went
Good.
over.
Went over.
I went over the information and it looks good to me. Okay? Good. All right. You can also say gone over, but you use it a little bit differently, okay? You could say, I have gone over the information. If we use have, then we say have gone. But if we don't say have, then we say went. I went over the information, or I have gone over the information. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, so that's interesting. If you guys went over the information before coming to the class, I wonder how much better your English would be.
Yeah, then we would boss the class.
Okay, okay. Let's go to Oh no, wait a minute. There was something else I wanted to review with you guys, because there's another way we use go over. Can you guys think of another one?
Of course, I think I know.
What is it, Bruno?
I think, for example, is to be succeed in something.
To succeed in something?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, like
I have an example if you want to.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay. For example, that didn't go over very well.
Okay, that didn't go over very well.
Very well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, but that's not for success, is it? Well, I guess that means it wasn't very successful.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Okay. Yes. But can anybody explain what the sense of that sentence is? If I said that didn't go over very well, what's the sense of what I'm saying?
For example, if you are trying to do something and you go wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Exactly. Now, sometimes, for example, if I was going to talk to one of my employees about them being late for work, and I was talking to them, and then they got mad at me, and they said, "What? I hate you. I quit." Then I might come back to my friend and say, "Boy, that didn't go over very well."
Right. Yeah.
Because the information I was giving to him, he didn't receive it very well, so it didn't go over well. Okay? It's like I'm taking information from me and I'm giving it to him, I'm giving it over, and it didn't go over well. Okay? So that's another way we can use it. I was thinking as well, like for example, if the class ends on the hour, if the class ends at 9, and I finish the class at 9:05, what have I done?
Finish late.
Okay, or I have gone...
You went over your allocated time.
Okay, good. So we might say, I have gone over time. I have gone over time, or I went over time. I went over, okay?
I went over.
Yeah, so that's another way we can...
I went over my room. I cleaned my room.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I went over my room. I went through my room. Okay, so I think you guys are learning some good ones here. Let's. We've got 10 minutes left. Maybe we've got time for just a couple more. Let me let you guys maybe choose a few for the last few minutes. Okay, is there anyone there that you would like to learn about? You can use anything on the list. You can go all the way.
That run into, Wes, is the same of bump into?
Sorry, I'm just getting an echo from somebody here. Where's the echo coming from? If you guys aren't... Okay, the echo's gone. No, it's back.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't speaking, if you could just mute your microphone. I can't tell who it is, but it's kind of affecting my hearing. I apologize. Okay, it's gone now. Okay, Tiago, go ahead. Ask me your question.
That run into is the same of bump into?
To bump into. Yeah, it is. It's the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
To
you.
meet somebody. And it gives the idea that it was by accident. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you don't run if you make plans to meet your friend for coffee. That's not, you don't run into them. You run into them if you're just like by accident you see them and you go, hey, let's go for a coffee. Okay, sure. Then you come home. You say, guess who I ran into today? I ran into my old college friend. Okay.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And I also bumped. I guess who I bumped into today. Same thing. All right. Any other ones? Surely there's got to be some.
I'm not sure if you ever discussed this text in your English classes. It's a bit fun. I put a link in the VerbLink chat. In the second paragraph, there's this this text. So it says, you have to marvel at the unique lunacy of a language in which your house can burn up as it burns down, in which you fill in a form by filling it out, and in which an alarm goes off by going on. And there's some more phrasal verbs in the last paragraph too, but I'll let you choose if you want to.
Yeah, that's a funny one, actually. I like that, actually. Thank you. I'll probably use that. Thanks for that. Okay, that's true. The English language is crazy for those reasons, isn't it? So that would be fun, actually. It'd be fun to go through that together and be very like, wow, what does that mean? Okay, Juan says, I don't understand the last thing. I don't know what you mean, Juan. What's the last thing? About like run into? If you accidentally meet somebody, that means you run into them, okay? Or you bump. Let me write it. Bump into. Okay?
All right.
All right. Yeah, bump. Because if you bump something, what does it mean to bump something, guys? Juan would like to know.
Bump.
Yeah, if you bump something, it's like, that's a bump. Bump. So you're walking down the street, and your friend's walking down the street, and it's, oh, hey, how's it going?
It's like collide. I don't know.
Yeah, it's similar to collide. Okay, but usually a bump is like a soft hit. It's not like a hard. Like if you got in a car accident in a parking lot where you're not driving very fast, you might say, oh, I bumped into another car today. But if you were driving full speed and got in an accident, you would never say bump. You'd say like a crash. Okay? So it's just a soft hit. Okay. Now, anything else on the list that you guys saw?
Oh.
Show up.
To show up.
Okay.
That's a good one. Does anybody know what that one means? You can explain it?
To appears at a place, for example.
Okay, to show up means to arrive or to
arrive, yeah.
Yeah.
Arrive.
Yeah, to arrive at a place. So let's see here. You might say, what time are you going to show up tonight? Oh, I was planning on showing up at about 5 o'clock. Okay? Good? Do you understand now, Mina?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It's easy, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's a little bit. That one's actually a good one to know, though, because we use that one a lot in English. We usually don't say, "I will be arriving at 5 p.m." We usually say, "I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up around 5 p.m." Okay,
Yeah,
so that's a good one to know. All right, we got time for a couple more.
Maybe can I say show up to being more smart?
Yeah, that's true. There is another meaning that way. For example, if there was a student in the class that every time the teacher said something, the student thought that he knew more, he could be trying to show up the teacher. You know, like the teacher said, if the teacher said like, well, this is a verb, and the student was like, no, that's not a verb. That's an adjective. I know. He's trying to show him up. He's trying to show everybody that he knows more than the teacher. Okay?
Bad
So we can...
adjective.
What's that?
Is it bad adjective?
To show up somebody?
Yes.
It's, well, I mean, it's kind of like, have you ever heard of a show off?
Show off, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's the
show
same.
off.
It's similar. Yeah, so it does sort of have some negative connotation to it. Yeah, because nobody really likes a show off. But it's funny because the world's full of show offs.
Yeah.
Like, right? Nobody likes them, but everybody like admires them. Like, look at Hollywood; they're all a bunch of show-offs. So I don't know. And the sports athletes like basketball, they're all show-offs, but people admire them. Okay, so that's the idea. What's that?
Show-offs.
Show-offs.
Oh, show-offs. Okay.
They're a show-off. That means like, oh, they like people to look at them.
Great adjective.
Yeah, show-off. Okay. If somebody's a show-off, though, if he is a show-off, then it's a little bit different, right? Like if you said, oh, look at that show-off, then we're using it as the noun, right? You say, oh, look at that show off over there. Okay. All right. So let's just let's continue here. Let me ask, because Gilmar has been so quiet. Do you have any that you would like to ask, Gilmar?
Sorry?
Is there any phrasal verbs that you saw on that list that you would like?
Get by.
To get by. That's a good one, Gilmar. Okay. 1 second. Okay. That's better. To get by. If I say to you, how are you doing? And you say, oh, I'm getting by. What does that mean?
Living.
Yeah, I'm living. Good.
Survive.
You're surviving. Okay. So if you're just getting by, does it mean you're doing really, really good?
No.
No. You're kind of like you're doing okay. You're surviving, like somebody said there. Bruno said you're surviving. You have enough. You have enough food to eat, but you don't have a lot. You're not really happy. You're just okay. You're surviving. You're getting by.
It's because there are a lot of meanings.
There is lots of meaning.
So hard to find the real meaning.
Well, even with that one, get by, that one has several different ways we can use it too. For example, if you had a test and that you had to get 50% to pass the test, and you got 51%, that means you just got by. Okay? So there's another way we use it too. You just survived. You just got by there. Okay? Okay. So yeah, that's tricky. These phrasal verbs are very tricky, but that's why it's good, I think, to spend a little bit of time on them once in a while and help you guys to understand them a little bit better, so that when you're watching the movies and the reading in the books and things like that, and you see them, you can start to make the connection. Because the idea is you're not really going to be able to remember all of the ones we looked at today. Some of them you already knew, but the thing is what we want to do is make you a... 1 second here. Okay, there we go. Man, that got loud. We want to make you aware of them, so that if you're just aware that they're there and we've reviewed them, then it's in the back of your mind, and at some point when you read it or when you see it in a movie, it's going to reconnect. You're going to go, oh yeah, I remember talking with Teacher Wes about that, and you'll remind yourself the meaning of it. But there's so many, it's really, really difficult. But keep practicing and we'll get there. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Yes, teacher. Thanks a lot.
No problem. So that's going to end the class for today. If you want another class, there's another teacher waiting for you. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Okay, guys?
Get over your injury.
Teacher,
Thank
have a
you,
good
Wes.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Take care.
You guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Take care.
teacher.